When we listen and gain our knowledge and power, we turn to the no bullshit hour.
He said it wrong. It's the no bullshit news hour.
No bullshit.
Let's just do breaking news. Dub or bullshit. Dub or bullshit.
No bullshit.
None. No bullshit. Welcome back, No Bullshit News Hour, October something 2020. Facebook Live brought to you by, sponsored by ADR Consultants. Get the job done right, on time, on budget. You need your house fixed up. You need some IT in your police department. You go to Barry Ellentuck. Your company, your municipality, law enforcement agency. Again, honest, ethical, smart. ADR Consultants, 248-318-9424. All right, look. I want some more music. You just, look at that. You just left me cold in the shower.
Okay, hang on.
Did you feel that, Red?
I can get you.
Thank you.
I'm going to have to do that again in 20 seconds.
There we go. Okay, listen. No Bullshit News Hour. It's growing like mad because of you out there are tired of being bullshit. And not only bring you the news that no one will bring you and the perspective that you need, we're also exposing the bullshit that is media, mainstream media. Now,
Seamless.
Guess who's going viral?
Who?
Our old friend, Vice President of the Flint City Council, Maurice Davis. You might remember him last week.
They call me Uncle Tom, bootlicker, and all this other shit, and you could clearly see in 2 seconds. I'm not nothing to play with. I have my own money. I'm a musician. So I don't have to agree to that bull crap. I'm here to serve people.
So, Maurice, as you know, came up with a really good idea to close the liquor stores at 9 so people don't shoot each other in front of them.
Yeah.
Except Flint doesn't have any money. You close a liquor store, then there's no tax money. So it's a little issue there. But Maurice is a card-carrying member of the NRA, supports Trump, going to vote for Trump. And guess what happens?
People find that interesting, don't they?
He goes viral.
Yeah.
So it goes from Breitbart, which, thank you for listening, Breitbart, and Fox News and everybody on the East Coast. He goes from Breitbart to Newsmax, you know, more conservative than Breitbart, TV Newsmax. He's on cable. Then he goes on to some dude named Ryan Fournier, who's one of them big right-wing kids on the internet. Very big presence, right? And so he writes a headline. Here it is. President Trump just scored huge endorsements from African Americans. First, 50 Cent, now Maurice Davis.
That was a big jump. I knew who 50 Cent was.
Karen looks dubious there in the upper corner.
How about that, Karen?
Pretty good, Charlie. I don't know what to say to that. I will say this, though, as I sent you an email. Everybody listens and everybody attempts to duplicate who you are and what you do. And while imitation is the highest form of flattery, they just keep missing the mark.
You got to come. It's like this. You got to come with the mind and the muscle. That's how you do journalism. That's how I do it. I'm very proud to be here with you and you all listening. We're a family. All ideas are welcome here. You just don't make fun of my last name. No LeDuff, because that's my grandpa.
Frankly, it's
disrespect to my grandpa.
And it's too easy and stupid of a joke.
It's actually pretty good.
No, it's low-hanging. That's way too easy.
Low-hanging. He said low-hanging.
Low-hanging fruit, right? Yeah.
Don't start, please. No,
right? No racism and no threats. That's it.
Pretty simple.
This is a cool spot to be because I do go back and read these comments, and I like it that y'all go back and forth. I really do. So, here's another little hustle we're pulling on the media. Here's a hustle. You ready for this, Red?
I'm ready.
Okay. Joining us, dear friend Grace Caros owner of American Coney Island at Lafayette, Michigan Avenue, right in the heart of downtown Detroit. Hi, Grace.
Hi, how's everyone?
Excellent.
Okay.
Great. I'm coming down
Can
for
you
lunch
hear me?
today.
I'm outside.
Yeah, totally hear you. So,
Good.
Grace,
Yes.
I introduced you to Fox News because they asked
Yes.
me, do you know any undecided voters, preferably female, in Michigan that would talk to us, right?
Yeah.
And you went on Fox.
Yep. I said I'd do it, and I went on.
Now,
And
sorry, go
did
ahead.
it. I did the segment. It was great.
Now, before everybody's like, oh, I can't even believe she's thinking about voting for Trump, they never asked her. Maybe,
No.
maybe you're thinking third party. You thinking third party?
Yes. I
See?
think I'm going to put your name in, and I'm good.
I don't want the job. So they don't even ask her that. It's just Trump Biden. So Grace makes an appearance on Fox News. Now, Fox keeps calling you, don't they?
Yes.
Why?
They want me to appear again. They wanted me to do today and Tuesday, but more are calling
Now,
because
more.
they saw me on Fox.
Well, wait, no. So Fox is calling, not even sure if you've made up your mind. They don't even give a shit.
Right.
Just fill up the air,
As
right?
long as she's
Yes.
undecided.
They didn't even ask that. Just come on.
They did it. Yeah. Just
Okay.
come on. Can you make it? Can you be on at this time? Nope. Sorry, I'm busy.
And why is that? Why won't you go on?
Because, I'm kind of over it. I did it once and that's it. You keep calling me. Find somebody else.
Plus, you're
I
like
have a business. I'm a business owner. I'm not going there.
you don't want to be tied into politics. You
I
did it
don't.
once. Look, I'm a human being. We're all intoxicated by being on TV.
Right.
Right? It's cool. Okay.
And I've done plenty of it. But, I got more important things to worry about how to handle business downtown here because it's a mess.
No business?
COVID downtown sucks. It's shit.
Everybody, it's a ghost town, isn't it?
Oh, downtown's terrible.
Government's not in the
Yeah.
buildings. Quicken Loan's not in the buildings.
I
There's
saw a
nothing. No
tumbleweed
reason
on
to come down
Jefferson.
here.
Dude, that was your fucking afro. That was your own hair blowing in your eyes.
You might be right.
Look at that.
Well, before we get any further, Red did not deliver on a piece that was due today, so he's getting his penalty here. And we have Trina. Is it Tyner? Tyner. It's Trina Tyner, friend of the show, owner of Split Ends Hair Gallery in Royal Oak. And Red, we got to fix this fucking head. Amen. I'm thinking, what do you call that? The old kid and play.
Oh, high top.
High top.
Not
head.
even faded, right?
High top. head?
No, that's kind of a Larry from the Three Stooges.
Hey,
kind of.
Karen, nobody
Curly.
asked you over there.
But that's what it looks like. I mean, it works for Red, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, you do. You look like.
She called you a stooge.
No,
That wouldn't be the
Far
first
from it.
time.
Okay, we digress. So, Grace,
Yes.
we're getting close to the election. You start getting phone calls
Yes.
from, let's say, ABC.
ABC.
Okay, ABC. Why do they call you? Because they saw you on Fox.
They saw me on Fox.
And what do they want you to do?
They wanted me to. Why am I undecided? As a woman in Michigan, Michigan's a swings. All of that. Why am I undecided?
So the media saw you on the media and said,
Yes.
let's go get this
Yes.
undecided woman in Michigan. Obviously,
Yes.
you're the most important person in the whole fucking state, right?
It seems so because then other stations followed suit. There were
Networks?
more. It wasn't just that one.
So ABC called you and then NBC called you?
Yes.
What did they want you to do?
Same thing. Why am I undecided? Am I still undecided?
And then did Canada call you? CBC?
Yeah, they
See,
sure did.
Canada.
Canada.
Yes.
Oh, Canada. Oh.
Holy
They
smokes,
sure
Chris. You're
did.
like the only person anybody cares about.
That's right.
So you see the hustle, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, community. You see the hustle we're pulling on the media? Look at these dopes. Look what we did. Great. And the only reason I was talking to her about it, I'm like, you should do it. And then we should just run a montage.
I was just going to say that. I wish you would do them all, but she doesn't have time for it.
Yeah, and she's a business person and by the way, is a real person and doesn't want to play with our minds like that.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me? And then, we had one other person call too. We forgot this person. I got a call from Laura Trump.
Laura
You got a
Trump,
call from who?
Laura Trump.
Really?
the campaign manager? Trump's
Yep.
daughter-in-law?
Eric's wife.
Yep.
What'd she want?
She saw me on Fox and wanted to know what I wanted to hear. And because I said I
To make
didn't
her
like what I'm.
decided.
You're like the most important person in Michigan.
And she was actually a really nice girl. I liked talking to her. She was cool, but I was like, tell me something, show me something.
I got to tell you, I find that really interesting because Lara Trump is in charge of women voting for Trump. Like that's her gig. But it's interesting that one campaign does reach out to you and the other doesn't.
The other didn't.
Well, I kind of got to, in this case, give him some credit because everybody else is fucking reaching out. But I'll tell you what, if Grace decided to do all these appearances, you'd be goddamn right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm going to be in there having Coney.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. When Biden came to Detroit, did he stop down and have?
No, hell no, he didn't. No.
Okay, then so there was there wasn't even any pandering.
And if he did that, he'd probably be with the Gretsch over at the other place anyways, but that's their problem.
And in Biden's defense, he probably just forgot at the moment.
So you would think that if the media would get off their ass and just hit the streets, they would see long food lines in Detroit, like a mile long. You would see construction workers who are undecided. I've met some down there thinking third party as well.
Yeah.
Or however you're going to vote, just vote. And vote a lot. Apparently you can't.
Vote a lot.
It's not a felony.
Trump. That's what he said. Vote twice.
The governor's decided not to make it a felony.
What? I didn't hear this.
Yeah.
This might as well
Not
be
gonna sign
gangs in New York. They might as well just go out and bust voters upside the head and drag them back to the polls.
Get a fucking haircut.
Yeah, shave them, cut them up, and send them back in.
So I this idea here. There's got to be at least one other Coney dog business owner in downtown Detroit who might be undecided. So do me a favor, Grace. Go next door to Lafayette and see if Ali's in there.
Okay, hold on, because I will put my mask on because there's no acrylic in there. There's no sanitizer.
Ooh.
I got to be smart about this. Hold on.
And Charlie doesn't clean at Lafayette. He only cleans at America.
We will not be providing much equal time for
Where's Ali?
Lafayette.
Yeah, where's Ali?
Oh, here he is.
Are they wearing gloves?
Ali, no, say hi.
Hey, Ali, how you doing, brother? Hey, put that shit over your nose. What are you doing?
Sorry. I got to move the camera down really low.
Yeah, just leave it. Stop
small.
shaking the camera. Just...
This is the news now.
Yeah, it's the No Bullshit News Hour, brother. How's business?
Charlie,
Hey.
how are you?
Hey, listen, Ali, who you voting for?
Who you voting for?
Huh?
Who you voting for?
I already voted. I already did.
Who?
What I do?
Who?
For Joe.
For Trump?
For Joe, he said.
Oh, you voted for Joe?
Yeah.
All right, good for you now.
I already did.
How's business?
Yes.
How's business?
But this is I'm done.
What'd he say?
He's down.
He's down.
Up, down. Business is up, down.
You're getting better sooner, I hope so.
Okay, whatever he said. Grace, you have to interpret that.
He said business is up, down.
Do we
Like
know,
his mask.
do we know who he voted for in 2016?
No, I don't know.
Who did you? I don't. Do you want me to ask him?
Hey, Ali, you got to get some gloves on your employees there. That was a rule
Mask
before.
on. His mask is on his chin.
Speak up.
We tell Grace
Is
is
that Audi? Hey, Audi,
He
what's up,
doesn't even
man?
have one.
Hi, Charlie.
Listen, Audi, do me answer the age-old question. Who's better, Lafayette or American?
He's asking you who's better, Lafayette or American.
Lafayette, of course.
Yeah, right. Because they have homemade chili made from National that pulls up every Monday and delivers bullshit. Dude, the truck shows up every Monday. How you lie like that?
We got
Why you
another
lie
debate
like
going
that?
on.
Charlie just sent Grace over there to get into a Coney War.
Well, no Coney War here. First of all, I'm looking for the sanitizer and I can't find it. Where? That little bottle, and then they borrow onions and Windex and buns from me like every other day. I'm the grocery store for these guys. Look at this little bottle. That's good enough.
And that serves the whole restaurant.
Hey, wait a minute. So, where do you get your chili, Grace?
Detroit Chili Company.
Well,
That's my company's family owned. Our recipe. I'm leaving this place and get the cooties in here.
See you guys.
I'm leaving. I don't want to lean on anything.
Lord knows we don't want you to catch the cooties while COVID is going around.
No, exactly.
Wash your hands, Grace. Go wash your hands.
I'm good. I'm not touching anything.
I just
I'm
make
good.
this point. I love Ali and Audi. They're like they help make the fabric of a city. That war right there is the whole city. Yeah. The media is correct to snoop around there, but they don't go see Ali or Audi. You know, I mean,
because Ali doesn't speak good English, they wouldn't understand him.
See, but that's the thing. That's true, but not funny. Because that's also the sounds and rhythms of an American city.
Yes.
This is true.
You know,
yes.
and I think it'd be really interesting because who asked that? Who'd he vote for in 2016?
Me, yeah.
That's a great question.
Well, I'm just curious if he switched.
Well, we would have got the answer, but Grace outed him on the national chili. You can get that at National
Well, it's
Coney.
such bullshit. I mean, you can't say it's homemade chili and, have the truck pull up here every Monday at 9 o'clock and deliver you National Coney Island chili. I mean, come on.
See, this is what's funny to me because all the news is very interested in who you're going to vote for, but I think the battle of where the chili comes from is far more important.
It kind of is.
Well,
especially to Grace.
Yeah. Now,
and mine is homemade, and ours is my grandpa's recipe, and we own our own chili company and our own plant that makes it for us and nobody else. So there you go.
And what about your dogs?
You can get his in Myers.
What about your dogs?
What about your dog? Is a proprietary recipe made by Dearborn Sausage, not the generic brand that are made for them. And yeah, they're cool guys. They're struggling too. But I mean, shit, you want a specialty one or you want, the one you're going to get at Speedway?
How can you not love Grace?
All right.
How can you not?
As I'm telling you.
This is what COVID has brought it to.
Yes. You're going to kill each other over the fucking Vidalia onions. Motherfucker, get out of my shop. Get the fuck out of here.
Come over asking to borrow stuff like every other day. And I'm like, dude, I am not your little grocery store here. I mean, I know everyone's ordering light because everyone's slow, but order an extra 5 onions. It's not going to break the bank.
You don't know that.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's really where we're at. Maybe it will.
Yeah, it's tough down here. There's no doubt. I mean, everybody down here. And we're doing better than most.
Well, that's because you're the most important person in the state of Michigan.
Damn straight.
I mean, the whole continent knows that.
That's right.
They know that in Calgary.
That is too funny. That is too funny.
So, Grace, I would like to ask you a question. As an undecided voter, what would you like to see that either one of them could present that may make you decided at this point?
Something that's going to make me feel a little safe and secure. Protect my business. Protect me as a woman in this town. That's what I know, and I don't see that anymore.
Well,
did the debate do anything for you last night, Grace? I mean, or did you still come away just as undecided and confused?
I come away worse every time I pay attention to that shit.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going like this is what I saw last night, as probably a third-party voter myself. I'm listening to a year of the Democrats go back and forth on health care plans that aren't going to work because the media always comes back and says, how are you going to pay for that? We're not going to pay for shit. Okay, so Trump's going to get rid of Obamacare, which is a monster. Prices went through the roof, right? Middle-class people got tossed off of it. The people at the lower branches don't get very good health care. Why wouldn't a Republican simply say, at minimum, we can go back to what we were doing, right? Then I listen to Biden talk about underpinning, care for the poor, and he goes, it's going to cost about $75 billion a year. I thought we went through this. So John James comes on local TV with Gary Peters and can't even articulate that. Yeah. Gary Peters this sucks.
Yeah.
Fix the shit.
It does suck, Charlie. And, I talked to a few people. I got some messages this morning after the debate. This isn't an endorsement of either of them, but Donald Trump raised some very serious points that have been discussed and considered confidentially in the Black community. Like, we can't forget Joe Biden's role in the crime bill in '94, some of his comments, which have resurfaced back on YouTube that he made about Black people, and Kamala Harris's prosecutorial record. I'm not saying that people can't still support them, but be honest about who they are. Let's not pretend that either Biden or Trump are somebody different just because you like them. Say, this is who they are, and who they are is okay with me. But last night, Trump brought up some very valid points that are worthy of consideration.
Maybe a little too little, little too late.
Too late.
I don't know. But I don't see a solution on the horizon. I think we all agree with that. I talk to people. I know people died in the wool. They're going Biden, but you're going Biden, Red, right?
Yeah.
You don't got much hope for what's going to come out of it, though, do you?
No. And I'm going to be quite honest. I don't really see Biden winning at this point.
Really?
What?
I'm out here, and I'm going to tell you, unless it's a lot of in-the-closet Biden voters, the outwardly show of support for Trump and Pence is overwhelming. I'm going through these communities, and I might see 2 Biden signs to 30 Trump-Pence yard signs.
Well, that's because you moved out of Detroit.
And this is
There's not a single Trump sign in
this
They
is
living in Howell?
businesses. This is private residence. I mean, it's a lot of outward support for Trump and Pence.
I think there's a lot more than we're led to believe.
And that's what I'm saying. It might be a lot of ones that do like they did for Trump. You know, a lot of people said they weren't going to vote for Trump the first time and went right in the box and voted for him.
See, I calculated
or they didn't vote for Hillary, and that's
Right.
the thing. People didn't necessarily like Trump. They just didn't.
like him, yeah.
Hillary didn't resonate with them. So
And let me bitch at the libertarians for a moment here. I'm looking at the absentee ballot because I got one because, I'm going to be counting absentee ballots. So you'll get the real news here. That's see how sharp I am. 8 moves ahead. But I'm looking at the libertarian ballot. Top to bottom, from dog catcher to president, they got a candidate, except for United States Senate. Now, you knew I was looking into it. Why didn't you fucking call me? You don't have somebody running for Senate? You could have had somebody actually speaking for real. Right? Free market.
Yeah.
Republicans got to embrace free market. That's what you are. Can't bullshit about health care.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Now it's food lines, guys. Shit's on the horizon. So, speaking of being in the closet, Red is here to get his... Actually, I'm doing him a favor with this fucking hair of his. Okay? But Red was supposed to do a story. Red was like this. Go ahead, Red. Tell him.
So basically, I was supposed to do a story this week covering the movie theaters being back open and how difficult it is to actually find a movie theater open. But the Peep Show is still right there every day, ready to go. And
So Red's like, hey, I'm gonna go to the theater. I'm like, that's okay. I mean, it's good. It's newsy. It's open, but they're not open. And I'm like, why don't you see if the Peep booths are still open? The jack-off booths in the adult bookstores, and they are. And so Red goes, except he's got a guy following him with a camera, like on a stick, like he's fucking Martin Scorsese or something.
The whole crew.
Thinking he's going to walk into an adult bookstore and do a freaking movie. They throw him out. Red sends me this video where he's in the wind outside like, well, yeah, boy, the Peep Show. I'm like, you dumb fucker, no. No, you're just starting to rock it. You're not on fire, but you're a pile of burning leaves. It's starting to work, and I won't let you do that. So we'll revisit that in a couple weeks. You already know the bit now. But Red says, I'm worried you're going to yell at me. I said, we're not going to yell at you, dude. We're going to cut your hair off. That's how it works in this company. So I'd like to introduce, come on in, Trina. Trina Tyner. I said that. Here, come over there again.
Come on this side?
Yeah, go start cutting his hair. You don't need those.
I just want to say this to any upcoming talent. These are some of the sacrifice you make.
Yeah, and it was, to his credit, he got up, went back to the Peep booth at midnight. It was closed. Went back at 9 this morning, and I don't, what happened?
They recognized me from yesterday.
You've been banned from the Peep booth.
Away.
I got a kind of distinctive look and voice, I guess, so.
We're going to fix that right now. Here's you got a distinctive look and sound, and when you're in the bookstore, it sounds like this.
Now, this ain't a Nancy Pelosi setup, is it? They're going to be sending videos of me getting my hair done.
Red looks genuinely nervous for some reason.
Yeah, but you know what? You're cutting off his signature hairstyle. Like, who is Red without his afro?
We're going to find out. So, I want to say hello. Here you go, Trina.
Hello.
I want to say hello to Trina. She owns a gallery in Royal Oak, Split Ends. What's the number?
248.
Right in there.
248-688-LOVE.
248-688-LOVE.
5683.
5683.
Another female small business owner.
Yes, female small business owner.
Yes.
Hello, Fox CBC.
I was just
another working woman.
Right, undecided.
She's undecided.
And she's a black female business owner who's undecided. So she's got all the boxes checked.
Are you real? Is that for real?
Yeah, it changed a lot last night just watching the debate. But, you just want to know to the end what to do. So I'm still holding out and waiting for someone to tell me what I need to do with my vote. And that's the truth.
You mean like how they're going to help your life and your business and money?
My business, my health care, going forward with the business that I have now. I'm starting over actually. But it's like to see what could actually happen with the neighborhood is really, everything's so slow right now. So I'm just praying for a miracle. I really am.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'm going to take care of this business with his hair.
Well, what do you make of his hair?
It's amazing. I've not seen anything like this in maybe 20 years. I don't know. It could be worse.
They don't make mulattoes like this no more.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
Charlie, does Trina live in Detroit?
Where you live, Trina?
I live in Southfield.
Southfield. Detroit North.
Right.
The New Palmer Woods.
Yeah, right. No.
Okay, Trina, so this is pretty bad. I mean, be honest. What are we looking at here? Describe it for listeners and not viewers.
This is incredible hair. Again, I haven't seen anything like this in like maybe 20 years. I didn't think they wore their hair this length. I've been seeing like the buzz cuts, bald fades, texturizers, real short, maybe even bald. But this one it's like we've gone past where we should with the hair. So we should fix this.
Fix this shit.
Fix this. Well, he said shit, but I didn't want to.
Well,
I want to do my best.
In my defense, I was trying to cover up a thinning yarmulke ball spot in the back, okay?
Well, we're going to... Okay, so...
Charlie, people are suggesting that maybe Red get his hair cornrolled, that he doesn't cut it off, but he gets some prison braids. Put some prison braids in it.
What do you think, Red?
Or 4.
No, I want the kid in play.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
I want to... Because I haven't...
take a vote on this haircut or cornrow.
Here, I want you to vote real quickly online. Is it cornrows or kid in play? And I also want you to vote American or Lafayette. And you know how it better come. You know how it better come.
The comments already lend themselves to American, so that's a done deal. Okay. I've been reading the comments.
Love me out there.
And I keep seeing everybody saying braid his hair. So I'm going to see if anything comes up. But everybody's saying braided right now, so we'll see.
Okay, Grace, just to be clear here, there have been national competitions, television, food wars, what else?
Food wars, food feuds, man versus food. There have been several, and we've won all of them. I mean, So.
How could you go wrong? I mean, I could go to Speedway.
Well, and we have a clean bathroom, so I think that says something.
Oh, wow.
Oh, damn.
Very important.
Why don't you go over there and get a shot of the bathroom?
I'm not going down there. I need a whole sanitizing suit to wear to get downstairs in that basement.
Red's Haircut's brought to you by Luke Nowacki, who reminds you overreaction is not a strategy, nor is sticking your head in the sand. Get some sound financial advice. Get a plan. Luke Nowacki at Pinnacle Wealth, 248-663-4748. Luke Nowacki, a conservative, a guy that really likes Maurice Davis. And yes, Maurice, Luke wants me to send you a bottle of your favorite booze before 9 o'clock. It's true.
Really?
Luke's like, that's my favorite councilman now.
Wow, more than Eric Mays?
I don't know.
That's a tough battle.
Listen, stocks, bonds, 401k, your college savings plan, your small business. Right here, Trina. Right. Luke Nowacki, 248-663-4748 for good, sound financial advice and a hell of a guy. Hey. Roll it.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Royal Alliance Associates, Inc., member FINRA-SIPC. Royal Alliance Associates, Inc. is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Royal Alliance Associates, Inc.
All right, so Charlie, it's all neck and neck. Braid, kid and play, cut,
Okay.
So,
how about
half and half?
Half and half.
Oh, wait a
Just
minute.
whatever.
Wait. Give him the kid and play in the front. No, in the front like this, and in the back it's all corner.
I could do a mohawk. That'd be both.
Mohawk.
That'd be both. A mohawk is like half.
No,
and half.
mohawk is in the middle. You don't want that little thing. What do you call that thing, Trina, that hangs
mullet.
down in the back?
The mullet.
What is the mullet? Yeah, no, we don't want that.
Then he really would look like Larry.
That would be messed up.
Okay,
Really.
listen, get to work.
Okay.
Okay.
Red is so free.
Now,
What the hell
What are we doing? You got to tell me, because once I start
Cut it, Red. Cut
get
it.
and play. Get
Cut
the
it.
kid and play.
Oh boy.
Grace said cut it.
Cut it.
All right, here we go. Before the. Okay, listen. I'm
We
check-
want to watch Charlie.
I know we're going to, but listen. Let me do a little business. Shift
Okay.
gears a little bit.
Turn your chair.
Okay, I got some business to take care of. Red's
The whole chair.
Red's haircut, when it's done, will have been brought to you by. It's currently being brought to you by Luke Nowacki, but when it's over, it will have been brought to you by Hall Financial. Because guess what, Mark?
Don't tell me they've gone lower.
Yes,
They have?
historical lows, mortgage rates again. What are y'all waiting for? For like zero? It's not going to
Hey,
get there,
well, they keep going lower, but
right?
when's it going to stop?
Like time to get some equity out. Time to fix the kitchen. Time to buy a house. Time to get to the burbs. This COVID thing.
You to the burbs.
Yeah, I mean, get a little plot. That's what's happening around the country. So don't yell at me about it. That's just what
true.
people are doing. They're getting a nice, green, safe place for the kids to run around, and an office in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
That's why home prices are.
I got all that, Charlie. I'm in the city.
I know, but you're all set. Wait a minute. We're gonna get to that. See, by the way, see, Karen, we're trying to get people to go to Hall Financial, and you're like, no, don't move, don't get a mortgage.
They can do that. I mean, they can still use it if they're in the city. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, and you know what? You're overpaying in the city. You are.
I am.
You are.
Tremendously.
So why don't you call David Hall Mortgage and see if you can refi? Your husband's in the real estate business. Come on.
This is all I have left.
$2.
$2.
Listen, lower your monthly payments, put it in your pocket even. If you're on the market for that new home, remember, Hall Financial Services, the fastest in the business. They get it to you in an average of 10 days. That's why it's 5,000 five-star reviews. Tell them to shut up, Grace. I'm doing Hall Financial.
It's customers.
Oh.
Let them yell.
And remember,
Tell them to put a hot dog in their mouth then.
stick a dog in it. Put a wiener in it. Remember, appraisals can be done without someone stepping foot inside your house. Call 248-308-5000. Put that on your refrigerator, folks. 248-308-5000. Or go to davidhallmortgage.com, NMLS number 1467435. They'll also hook you up with a realtor if you don't have one. All right. Oh, listen. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, man. He looks so pained.
Guys,
Poor Red.
put your masks on.
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah, we do.
What are you, Owasso? Even the Owasso guy put a mask on. Don't even whip me down here busting balls.
Maybe that'll get her on the show, Charlie.
Who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
She listens. We're getting it done. It's not about who you got on. It's about what you're doing, what you're talking about.
That's true. You want to thank Bill Cox. He's a regular top fan listener, and he said he just hung up with Julie from Hall Financial because of you. So
Right
thanks,
on,
Bill.
brother. That's it. That's how it works. And we're growing like a motherfucker. You know that, right, Mark?
Yeah.
Tell him.
Well, there's things in the works.
Yeah.
I like being cryptic.
Yeah, and the views are going up. And the
Oh, yeah. No, all the numbers, too.
So I want to thank you for that because it was Mark who asked me to do this, and I didn't want to do it because who needs another guy yakking all the time? It's all anybody does. So we figured it out. We're going to do our own news. Before we get to a little of that, I got a video from my dear friend. It was her birthday, and she's feeling a little blue.
Oh, no, I can't find it.
Yeah, it's okay.
There it is. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, well.
It was from hey, Karen. Do you mind if I play it?
Sure, Charlie.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Here we
I
go.
want everybody to listen to this.
Today is my birthday, and while I'm happy, I'm also disappointed and I'm sad. I'm thankful, But I'm looking back, realizing that I've had more time behind me than I may have ahead of me, and wondering if I've used it to the best of my ability. Have I made a difference? What could I have done? What can I do? So while it is a happy birthday, I'm still sad in a way. I carry my sadness differently than a lot of people. I don't advertise it, but wanted to share because I realize there are a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now, and you're not alone. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to keep going, and God willing, I'm going to keep growing. We'll see. Happy birthday.
That was beautiful.
You all right, my friend?
Aw.
Karen.
Aw, Karen.
You're really, really loved. You know that.
I felt it yesterday, Charlie. And, Grace is always there. Grace and I connect all the time, so I appreciate her. But I keep this note that Charlie gave me. It says, Kay, I'm happy to be your friend. But yesterday, as I was telling Grace, I really decided to just embrace the calls, the text messages, the post. I got a ton of flowers and gifts yesterday. So I did nothing but receive what was given to me, which is something that I have to learn to do. I'm a giver. I'm not a taker. I don't know how to receive very well. So I did that yesterday, and I really appreciated it. So
and Karen, at 28, you got a lot of years ahead.
Yes, you're right. That's what Grace told me this morning. So
Exactly.
Let me think. Let me do the math. 20. No, double
Stop,
that.
Charlie.
Double that, and
Charlie, you're getting ready to get off my list. Don't do it. Now you made me publicly say how sad I was. If you do it,
well, what's the matter?
We got fighting words.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just let's get on with the show.
You what? It's like leaving a mark kind of thing.
I don't know. I just always felt, ever since I was 16, with every birthday, I've always felt like I could do more. When I was younger, I thought I could change the world and make a difference. And maybe in some small way I have, but I always feel like I should be doing more. I feel like I'm capable of more. And when I look around me, I just sometimes don't feel like I've done enough.
Oh, I mean, it's sad for me because you're looking back 12 years ago when you were 16. You had all these dreams, and what is it now? You're Zooming with me in a fucking basement. This is what it's come
lower
to.
level.
Well, listen, we got you a cake. You see it?
Thank you. Enjoy it for me. Thank you.
We're gonna eat it. You don't really get to have it.
Okay.
But we got you this cake, and we're gonna sing you happy birthday. Everybody ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you. How old are you?
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, guys. I know you think I'm just saying this, but I really, really do appreciate it, and I appreciate you. I love you guys. And I don't know what else to say, but thank you.
And don't be sad. It gets better tomorrow, sis.
Yeah.
Now,
right, thank you.
Virtually blow this out. There. Nicely done.
Nice. So it is her birthday.
Yes.
Aww.
Can we get a shot of red really quick? I want to see how miserable it
Oh,
is.
my God. It actually kind of looks good. Well,
oh, my goodness.
Trina is a professional.
No, he doesn't,
that's
Matthew. He
fucking
doesn't
sweet
like
looking. Oh, you owe me. Dude, this was supposed to be punishment.
No, we can't do
Does that look cool? Okay, let me describe it for listeners. She got the buckshot off of his neck.
Kitchen. It's a kitchen.
It's a kitchen. Oh, a kitchen. Red, what's that ball? What have you been eating? Your hair? What the fuck? So it's all cleaned up off the bottom of his neck.
Right.
He got a nice line going
Virtual.
horizontally. This could work. Yeah, dude.
Got some nice hair.
Hooking him up.
He's going to mess up more often now.
Right. I mean, just for no reason, you should do this.
So, Red's got an advertiser now, and it's Good Helpers Heating, Cooling, Labor Services at 313-270-3600. Yeah. He's blowing up. Mm-hmm. Red's blowing up because he's funny, and he's a nice man. So you could buy a drink once in a while, bro.
Definitely.
He's like my little brother.
Where my hair grow back.
Good Helpers, licensed and professional, commercial, residential, no job too big or small. Now dig this. Another groovy business back in the show. We back you. Dig this. offering discounts for new construction HVAC installs, as well as for nonprofit groups and churches, synagogues, and mosques. Discount for the people that do good things. 313-270-3600. Good helpers, where good help is not hard to find. And I actually thought about that this morning. I'm like, man, I could fix that up. But it makes sense. You're just shaking your head. Nobody can hear you shaking.
What? No, I'm trying to.
Come on, earn your money.
Yes, no, I agree. Totally. With whatever you just said.
Okay. I would really actually like to get out of here in actually an hour, like we say it is.
Well, what else we got?
Well, let's do a little news.
Gladly. That's what I was queuing up.
That.
Governor Whitmer sounding the alarm bell.
What'd you call her?
Witcher. As COVID-19 cases reach new heights in Michigan, records. Now, Whitmer says Michigan is headed in the wrong direction, and we have to take more precautions as coronavirus is spreading across the state. Here's what she's doing. She's now blaming the Supreme Court for the spike, right?
The state Supreme Court, yeah.
Yes, for taking away her emergency powers. She went on Meet the Press last weekend. Not here, but on Meet the Press. Said she's going to continue. Just play the damn thing. Let's listen to this.
We are seeing COVID cases rise in Michigan. That's what the epidemiologist told us all along was going to happen as we got closer to the fall. But I'm concerned because, of course, the Supreme Court decision in my state has created a lot of confusion and has worked to undermine the work that we've done here. We crushed our COVID spike early on. Our economy rebounded. We're one of the top 10 rebounding economies in the nation. However, it's all at risk. And this partisan decision out of our Supreme Court makes it more precarious than ever, a situation that's already very dangerous. I've got other...
Again, what? Now the executive branch dumps on the Supreme Court. This reminds me of Washington.
It's very much like Washington, yeah.
I don't like this at all. I don't. Where are we going to get with this? Want me to deconstruct what she did?
A gridlock, but yeah, go ahead and deconstruct
Here
it.
you go. Whitmer's people, all you millennial dopes. Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The record in Michigan was set in April around, they even write it down. In April. It was like 1,700 and something, okay? The day the Supreme Court said your shit no longer exists, October 12th, we set a new record. We set a new 1,800. When you were in charge, we got a new record. Putting this spike out early, nonsense. We now have more COVID cases than we did back in April.
Yep.
89 people have died. An average of 5 people a day are dying in October. Do you want to know what it was in April?
It was far more than that. Yeah.
It was 107 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, 13,000 deaths in April, statewide, of all causes. Last year, it was 8,000 deaths. Difference of? 5,000 deaths. How many COVID cases did we record? 3,000. Where's the other 2?
Well, could be non-reported COVID. You think?
I do know because I've talked to many nursing home people, you know, assisted living.
And honestly, I think probably more than that 200 because nobody was driving around. Nobody was going anywhere. You know, so you think less car accident deaths, you would think.
Yeah. Oh, hey, wow.
So
very good. Nice. No good analysis, man. No, I'm serious.
Well, nobody was doing anything, so those accidental deaths would be less.
Is cancer the #1 killer, heart attacks 2, and car wrecks 3?
Be something on that, yeah.
Something like that. So that's actually very, very astute, man. So what do we know that was going on before October 12th? Here's some kick in the can. The nursing homes.
Yeah,
We've
big part of it.
established that. And still those regulations passed by the legislature, given their power back, a democracy by the court. It did work. So don't be plotting kidnapping. The system works. They're still not in place. Number 2, the schools.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the 2 big clusters now of growth. Schools and nursing homes. So you kick the can on schools. Maybe I'm more draconian. Maybe I'm more liberal. I think you should have shut the schools down.
Clearly.
Colleges, too.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Mainly with schools, I would refer to universities where there's communal living because we knew communal living made the spread worse.
Now watch me.
Dorms.
But I also am like this. 89. I know it kills old people. I know one's too many. but it's infinitesimal compared to where we were.
Sure.
Right?
And we know how to treat it better, so that's a big
it's
part
not
of it,
like, oh, you got a fever, go home when you can't breathe.
Exactly.
That's what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, that's the issue. That's what created this spike. We knew it was coming. She said so. But just back the fuck off the courts.
Yeah, I think most people can see it for what it is, which is just a political argument. It's not really about doing what's best for the state in their handling of COVID, in my opinion.
And let me go say this. Look, we famously in April, 71% approval rating. The average for any governor in America was 72. It tells you what we do when we're afraid. We rally around the leader.
Yep.
Then it went down to 69, 63, 59. It's at 50. That's a tank. Now, if Biden, if he wins, doesn't take you to Washington, you've got to deal with the legislature. You've got to deal with the court. You couldn't get shit done before. No roads fixed.
I have felt all along this is just a move to the national level. At first, I thought it was to be the VP candidate because it almost worked too well. But now it's got to be a cabinet position, of which one I have no idea, or some other position, because she's just arguing on a national level. You see her on, like you said, Meet the Press, The View, all these places.
You say something, Karen?
No, I was just saying, I feel like everything is an audition. I don't feel like there is the legitimacy or sincerity that needs to drive, responses or comments. Like, this isn't a playground. You can't sit back and wait for Trump to say something to give you the opportunity to go out and say, no, that's like, we got other fish to fry other than back and forth between her and Trump. And I do believe that it is, again, she's trying to get another position. And it's so obvious.
What other governors are out there more? I mean, Cuomo, because of New York, plain and simple. I mean, New York is what moves stuff. I don't see Gavin Newsom that often.
No.
I mean, you did for a while, but not really. I mean, that was more wildfire stuff.
We didn't smash any curve. The East Coast curve looks like our curve.
Yeah.
And it's come on.
I know.
It was piss
poor. But remember early on, she hired Buttigieg's PR person, a communications person, for a more national image. And so it's all strategic. That was part of her. And that's fine if that's what you want to do, but don't do it at the expense of the people that elected you to serve.
The people. Mm-hmm. The economy. A lot of you all don't, like, you heard Maurice Davis last week about the food lines in Flint. A lot of you don't drive around, like, in the city of Detroit. This is unbelievable. These are food lines waiting for, the generic Wheaties and all.
Yeah.
It's a mile long.
Yeah.
That's a lot of them.
Holy hell's coming. And let's face it, let's be honest. When a governor says, I've extended unemployment insurance, that did come from Trump. That didn't come from Congress. That was an emergency executive order from him. I don't care. I'm worried about Trina here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about Grace and Ali. I'm worried about myself. Yeah, Karen, I'm scared too. So when I saw that, I feel the same way. But I feel we're in a good spot here. Which, we're trying to help point things out. And you're right, it is all fun and games. Roll the tape.
Which one?
You know which one.
Oh.
That's scary. Here's the Attorney General hard at work.
I'm going to wait till Joe gets it framed. Here we go.
All right.
No need to be scared. It's just me, Dana Nessel, Michigan Attorney General. I love everything about Halloween.
For those of you
but you know what's
listening, she's in a haunted house with red
People
light
not
in a
voting.
witch's outfit.
And those who are trying to frighten people into not voting. Tricksters will tell you your voting information will be improperly shared, or that your vote won't be correctly tabulated, or that you can't trust the results of the election. None of which is true, and all of which are scare tactics by people who just don't want you to vote. There's never been a more important reason to cast your ballot, to make sure your voice is heard and your vote is counted. So don't get tricked. Your vote is safe and secure in Michigan, and your information won't be shared with anyone. So get on it, Michiganders. Get your absentee ballot, vote, sign the envelope, and drop it off at your local clerk's office or their official drop box. Because there's nothing more terrifying than missing out on your chance to participate in democracy.
I let that go because it's public service announcement.
Sure.
There's information in there, so good for you, Ms. Nessel. But you're the Attorney General.
Yeah.
That's supposed to come from the Secretary of State.
Well,
But that whole creative was terrible. It reminds me of the commercial that they're running against Haley Stevens, where she's on the floor and she's like, not the personal thing, not for personal.
It's just stupid. I'm sorry. It just looks stupid. It's juvenile.
This is what's going down, man. We're in some serious times here. See, here's the problem. That's why I am going to work the absentee room. And by the way, there's 3,000 of us. 3,000, and a lot of them are seniors. And we're in a COVID spike.
Oh, boy.
And it's not very good in there. It's not new HVAC. It's not a hospital. There's not a whole lot of... It looks like Lafayette, Coney Island, basically.
there she is.
So, I mean, if we were serious about this, wouldn't we try to reconfigure?
You would think.
You would think. So, but what does the Secretary of State brought this on herself? Here's what's going to happen. Here's next week's news today. This will be challenged, and it's coming, and you're starting to see it, and you're seeing the whacked out right-wing people putting secret recordings under spooky music.
Yeah.
They're dumb, don't listen to it. Here's what's going to happen. We've got between 500,000 and 1 million unqualified people on the qualified voters list. Okay, that would mean all of us who get them in our homes are going to have to commit fraud. Not a conspiracy. I don't think it's a big deal, but it could happen. Like remember Janet in Texas?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's unlikely, but
yeah,
it could,
I mean, okay, that's the. I'll give you that.
It allows for more, maybe not fraud, but for more failure, more mistakes.
Yes. So you've been in the office for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why is there nearly 1 million unqualified people on the ballot, on the list? That's your primary job when there's not an election, and getting driver's licenses done.
Yes.
Right? There's something called the National Change of Address Registry with the post office. Use it.
Yeah.
Right? Use it.
Oh, this is going to be a mess.
Right. And it's not even really a mess, but you can make it look like a mess, and you're the one that did it. So that's cool. Don't need you here.
Well, now you got to deal with it.
I don't need you. Oh, by the way, madam, how are we checking signatures? That's the second one. Signature verification. Let me back up here. Number one, we never did signature verification. You know what I mean? You went to the polls, they looked at your name. Were they putting the magnifying glass there and say your eye's got a heart on it? You don't sign it with a heart.
Yeah.
No, we've never done that.
I don't think I've ever signed anything that matches my driver's license signature either.
In fact, I as a rule
None of my signatures match.
Yeah, I just have bad penmanship.
When I started writing best-selling books, I changed my signature so you could do it fast.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty good
Smart
sellers,
move,
these
yeah.
books. You know what I mean?
Hey, spread out.
Hey, check them out. They're on our website. You go to the store here, the Drew and Mark store.com.
Drew and Mike.
People
am I
want
saying?
3X shirts, guys. They keep saying they're trying to order them, and the large ones for the big fellas are not available. We need some large.
They're coming. We have a whole stress about that. We do. You wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it.
Over fucking T-shirts. I know.
Where we are in life.
Oh, special. 2 weeks from now, all of you that did this, fixed the shit, we figured it out. We're hooking the kid up. He doesn't know he's coming.
Oh, yeah.
We're bringing him in.
Yeah.
You are good people out there. Wear it proudly. You're good people out there. Go to the DrewandMikeStore.com. Or go to iTunes and Google Play and download us. Give us a like. And is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew keeps telling me to do that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. So...
Whoa, I just heard Red say, wow, can we do a quick checkup on it?
Oh, yeah.
She's still cutting?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, still cutting. Let's see here.
I say leave it like that.
Leave it like that?
No. Don't tell her what to do. She can't hear you anyway.
Right.
Let her, because she's a professional. She's professional. And by the way, Red, you look less bald.
Right.
Because it's sticking up in the air and not laying down like a wet dog's ass.
Can somebody take a screenshot of him? We need a picture from the front.
Yeah, Mark, we need that
grab a
for the
picture.
post, too.
All right, I'll grab one.
Yeah, we need a picture.
Okay, so those are the 2 things, okay? The signatures and the dead people and the people that moved on the ballot. That's where they're going to raise hell. And there's not really going to be a lot to it, but we're going to be tortured. So, why in the hell, Mark, is the Secretary of State decreeing that you can't open carry into polling places.
Once again, this is another political type move because she's creating a solution to a problem I didn't think really existed, which therefore is going to create the problem because people are going to say, fuck you, I'm doing it. And now her solution has become a battle to that. She has created that whole mess.
And you know the dudes at Open Carry know the law.
Of course they do.
Oh, they know. They love to tell you about it.
I don't know why they would want to open carry in there until somebody tells them they can't.
Right. Number one, you can't take a gun into a church anyway. That's where a lot of polling stations are. Right? You can't take them into schools. That's where a lot of polling stations are. You just created some dumb shit, and it's unconstitutional. As sound as you think it is, and I might even agree with what you're trying to accomplish, you gotta follow the law. Right? That's why this shit's getting immature. It's creating really bad vibes. Agreed, Karen?
Totally agree, Charlie. And I think that, like Mark said, it's creating an issue where there isn't one. If there's something that's not permitted anyway, why even bring it up? Why even talk about it?
Yeah.
Like,
so
it's not an issue on the table.
And you carry, you conceal carry, you can take yours in.
Yeah, but there are places that they're not allowed. And like you said, people that are licensed know what they can and cannot do.
Remember what the deputy chief of police told us here. We don't fuck with open carry. We're told not to fuck with it.
Right.
So now Nessel says she's going to get the state police to do it? What?
It's a mess.
Don't do this.
Yeah.
Well,
Grace,
but for people that don't think beyond that, Charlie, then it sounds like she's doing something like, oh, you know, we're thinking ahead. It's nothing there. It's substanceless.
Okay, but, you know, as clear-headed as it may be, and I get it, you want to stop violence. I'm not arguing with that from all my liberal friends listening in. I'm trying to balance this shit. I get the thought, but you don't have the political, legal power to do it. You're creating an issue. Now, the most important undecided female voter in Michigan, do you carry? Wait, is she muted?
No, she's not
Yeah,
muted.
she's muted.
I don't think she is.
Do you carry?
Yes, I do.
What do you make of that about the Secretary of State decreeing?
She can't be decreeing anything.
Well, she did.
Well, I know she did, but I think it's wrong. Don't agree with it.
Do you agree with the sentiment behind it, trying to tamp down potential violence and intimidation?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of course. Absolutely do.
So you get
I
the
agree
idea.
with all of that.
Okay.
Yes.
But if you're intimidated by someone open carrying, and I'm not intimidated. I think it's weird. I mean, I want to be carrying less stuff at all time. I don't want to have to be carrying more. But if you're kind of person that's intimidated by that in a polling place, wouldn't you be just as intimidated walking in and seeing it 100 feet away, which they can do? I mean, does that 100 feet really make that much of a difference?
I'm not.
I just think it's silly. I don't think it is I just think it wasn't a problem until she made it a problem.
That's right. All right, so look, that's
Charlie, let me just say this, though. Carmen Evans pointed out that during the training for working at the polls, somebody asked if they could carry their firearms with them, and she said they. So, does anybody know what's going on?
Grace, turn your shit off. I can't hear it. Mute it. Just mute it. What?
She said.
Feel like the treasure trove that's the least.
He looks like
draw.
He looks like Count Chocula.
I mean,
It's a hell of an improvement, though.
right.
He still looks so sad.
All right, let's bag it, man. Good to see you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, they're back.
It's a fun show.
Oh wait, they're back. Everyone's muted. Hold on.
Here they are.
For all of you podcast listeners,
I can't hear Charlie.
For all you podcast listeners,
You won't hear any of this if you're podcast.
We're back on Facebook Live real quick.
They can see it? Cool.
We're gonna say goodbye, but you guys want to see Red real quick?
I would love
Can you
to.
hear Grace?
It's okay. You doesn't have to hear her. Just
We can't hear. Joey.
just watch. What? Look, here's Red.
Let me see if I can
put
switch
'em
from
up.
here. Oh, where is he? There he is. I found him. There he is.
Look at that.
Magic.
Now, look, I know you can't hear it. Good? That's just fucked up. All right, we're done. End the show. Good haircut. Love everybody. Happy birthday. Vote once only, please.
Red is a brave man.
Oh,
Grace.
they're back.
There you go, Charlie.
Does that
Red
look
is
good?
a brave man. That looks actually pretty good.
That's
like an
fucking
old kid in play.
He looks like Count Chocula.
He looks good, Red.
Try to love each other. Try to love yourself. Peace.